today we're doing a special mini episode where we're going to talk about lymphatic health, stagnation in the body, and the truth about cellulite because everyone needs to know this. And if you've ever been just like told to just live with the cellulite or cellulite is normal, so stop trying to change it, like, yes, it's normal, but also at the same time, you can change it. And there is something you can do, and you should. More so, we're here because you should, because it is stagnation and it's blocking the flow in your body and all the things that I worry about for everyone. So Claire is here today again. She was in another episode, but she's here to share everything she knows about lymphatics and all the serious health issues that can come from that potentially. But let's get that resolved before we go into that area. Anyway, she's from Body Rituals Wellness in Mandurah. Welcome, Claire.
Thanks, Amanda. It's nice to be back.
So good to have you here. I'd actually love it if you want to just go on a little bit of rant. I guess like what is cellulite actually, and like why is it a stagnation, a sign of stagnation?
Yeah. All right, cool. So as I said before, I could rant about this topic all day, but we're doing a little condensed version just to get the main point across, which is that cellulite, yes, is normal, but it doesn't mean that you have to accept it. There are things that you can do to help it. So there's a lot of messaging around this body positive kind of movement, which is actually quite toxic. There's a lot of messaging around loving your body, loving everything about your body, loving it just the way it is. And while that's all well and good, it kind of creates this ignorance or this avoidance of things that your body might be showing you. So just for example, if you're doing all the right things, you're eating well, you're moving well, you are reasonably healthy, right? And then you've got this unexplained weight, this excessive cellulite or swelling in a particular area. You don't have to accept that. While it is a normal symptom, it is a normal occurrence. What it is the result of, or what it is showing you, is not normal in a sense. So I always say that the most simplest form to look at cellulite, or the simplest way to think about cellulite, is just an area of stagnation. So it's an area where there is some constriction in somewhere in the layers of skin, tissue, fascia, fat, the lymphatic system there is constriction, there is stagnation. And that is what the cellulite is showing us. So, of course, cellulite is more common in women than men, and there is a very scientific reason and explanation for that, is that the structure of our skin is completely different. So it's a little hard to say without speaking with my hands here, but men's their skin is the makeup of it is it's quite tight and structured. It's quite tight knit. And women's is more of a wider diamond shaped sort of structure. And if you think about, those bags that the oranges come in, those sort of like stretchy nippers. So yeah, that's kind of like how our skin is. So of course, already, if you had this net from the oranges, right, and you stretched it out a little bit, and maybe you put it over some I don't know, like jelly or something like that, right? The lumpy sort of effect of the fat cells underneath, or that jelly coming through the orange net, that's essentially what the cellulite is, right? So it's because our skin has stretched, it's lost some elasticity, it's lost some of its structure. Our fascia has weakened by lack of hydration, lack of movement. We've also got some toxins building up in that area from lack of lymphatic system function. We're storing fats in this area. So our skin is sort of like stretching out over this accumulation of stagnation, stuck toxins, stuck fat. Yeah, and that's showing up as cellulite. And of course, as women, hormonally, genetically, we are more predisposed to weight around the thighs and the bottom, the side of the hips and the belly. So of course that's where it's going to store and that's where it's going to show up. There, yeah, it's showing you that there's a blockage in your flow, in your circulation, in your lymphatic flow, and that this area needs some attention. And there is things that we can do for it. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Like when I heard that there was kind of like hope, I was happy,
Mm.
but then I was more so like, oh my God, like there's something wrong here. Like let's actually fix that. And like you can actually fix that. That was shocking to know for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like when we did my first release, like I was sick for the whole day after. FYI, it's like, guys, it's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I moved all the toxins out. So like that's how significant it can be. And I
Yeah.
was fully prepared for that. Um, but yeah, that was mind blowing to me. And that was like everyone needs to do this because there's so many toxins in this world and they're all gathering in our lymphatic system, even if you think you're not, even if you think you're taking care of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it is empowering, right? To know that, yeah, we don't have to just accept this, the symptoms in our body. Yeah, we can look deeper into it. We can look at the root cause. We don't have to think that it's vain to want to, improve the appearance of your skin. If your skin is showing some signs of stagnation, blockages, disease, anything like that, like it's not vain to want to improve that. It's not vain to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like the reason we think things are ugly or nice looking is as a sign, like a visual like cue for us to know something is wrong, but we've just turned it into vanity or something. Like in
Mm.
society, it's like that triggers your brain to be like, that's not a good thing because it's not a good thing. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, if it was widespread knowledge that cellulite isn't normal and there was things that you could do for it, there'd be a lot of yeah, I guess the like cosmetic industry, right? Like look, they're all their creams that they're selling. Uh,
mm,
yeah, that would just turn to shit because people will be like, well, no, a topical cream on my cellulite's not going to do anything.
yeah,
This pill that I'm going to take, it's not going to do anything. Um, because people are going to look for holistic remedies, and that is the key here. Yeah, the
yeah,
the the remedies are holistic, but they are out there. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm just here to empower everyone, share a little bit of knowledge here, and yeah, just let everyone know, I guess, that yeah, you don't have to accept what we've been told is normal. You can, there are things that you can do. Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, I guess that is the key message of like, don't just accept the creams and things, like go deeper. And what you do is really like obviously like you said holistic, but it's really interesting because you have the tech tools that kind of do things the holistic way, but like you if you want to explain your tech tools and you mix in the
Yeah.
ancient practices as well,
Yeah.
which like they always knew move the lymphatic system. So I don't know if you want to share about what you do because it's much different than creams, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So yeah, there is we offer body sculpting at Body Rituals, and that body sculpting essentially is using techniques, tools to sculpt the body. So to change the shape or improve or enhance the shape of the body. We offer ultrasonic fat cavitation, electromagnetic stimulation for muscle strengthening, and also radio frequency and infrared skin tightening. So these technologies, these modalities do work on their own for sure. But where we are a little different from most of the other beauty places out there is that we look at it from a holistic point of view. So, yeah, the machines, the technology, it will work, it will do its thing. We always tell people that's 50% of the process. The machines do 50% of the work. The other 50% is up to you, up to your body and your lymphatic system. So that's where the holistic stuff comes in. That's where we focus more on helping the lymphatic system and also the even just like manual massage, right? So after using all those technologies, there's a lot of like manual massage that you can do. You can do the dry body brushing or the gua sha practices. You can do those daily to help keep that flow and keep those toxins and things moving through the lymphatic system. Breathing as well, deep breathing. Most of our, not most, but a lot of our lymphatic nodes are located sort of in the chest and belly region. And our diaphragm is the closest thing that we have to a pump for the lymphatic system. And most of us don't breathe properly. We don't breathe into our belly or our diaphragm. So we're not actually pumping that lymphatic system. Most of us also in today's society are pretty, sedentary. We don't sweat a lot. We don't move a lot. The lymph processes out of the body via sweat as well. So if you're not sweating daily, you're already impairing some of that lymph fluid in the body. So things like infrared saunas are amazing. They also are an excellent add-on to any sort of massage, like body sculpting procedure. And also hot and cold therapy. So combining that with the ice baths, the cold plunges or cold showers. Yeah, there's so much to do. Herbal supplements, herbal teas, herbal tinctures, herbal topical creams. Yeah, all natural sort of ingredients and natural herbs. There's some beautiful plants out there that have an amazing effect on the lymphatic system and work really well on cellulite. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, you gave me like citruses to like stimulate that. That was really interesting.
Yeah, grapefruit, citrus sort of blends. Gotu kola is probably like one of the number one herbs. Cleavers, oh gosh, there's so many. I'm actually working on a lymphatic health ebook, so perhaps maybe when I finish that, I could share that with your listeners. It'd be a beautiful resource to follow on from this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll add that below for sure. Um, and yeah, I think that's really important. And then the scope of what you do, I think is so important because like before I worked with you, it was like I did gua sha or body, what's it called? Dry brushing and things. And like it just doesn't make a difference. And you're just like, because it's just I was too far gone. So like going back to using the technology and the modalities that you have and like getting that kick started and then doing those rituals at home, like giving them a chance to actually do something. That was
Yeah.
huge. Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And a lot of people are just treating this quite topically. So working with just body brushing or just gua sha or, just a topical cream. But you've got to work a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah.
Really is a holistic approach. Um, and a lot of it is linked to the fascia, so that connective tissue that runs throughout everything in our body, through our muscles, around our nerves, around our cells, like around absolutely anything and everything in our body. It's all got fascia, this connective tissue around it. And if the fascia is dehydrated or if the fascia is immobile, we create these adhesions and this fascia gets stuck. And again, that stagnation, that stuckness can create almost like a scar tissue type thing. And that scar tissue is blocking the lymphatic flow. It is blocking the flow in our body. Yeah. So things like our Colombian wood therapy, Colombian wood sculpting, we did a little bit of that on you in our cellulite treatment. So fascia blasting as well, that's helping to get down into like the deeper layers of fascia and yeah, break up those hardened sort of adhesions, the hardened deposits of cellulite and fat and adhesions in the fascia. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, once I started paying attention to fascia, everything has changed. Like different body parts, I've been like focusing on fascia and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and that and like that. Oh, I've untangled that pain, and um,
Yeah. 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 And that's a whole nother, yeah. Yeah. It's fascia and lymph, right? It's connected to absolutely everything. And you can't
yeah.
look at anything in the body that is happening without looking at the lymph and the fascia. Mm.
Yeah, it's a good point. So if anyone
Mm.
doesn't have cellulite, for example, I don't know who would. I fucking hope you don't. But um, like where else could they have signs of like needing lymphatic support and like where?
Yes. Oh, great question. So, For example, just that swelling in the ankles, right? Or the swelling in the feet at the end of a long day of being on your feet. That's that fluid inflammation, that's that lymph. Puffy face as well. So draining lymphatic drainage of the face is very important. A lot of women have puffy pits, they call it. It's that sort of little spot between their shoulder and their breast, just in their underarm. It's a lot of like fluid that sort of gets built up there. And women think that that's like fat, and they'll go and have surgery and all this stuff for it. It's just absolute madness. Most of the time, that is pretty easily moved with a regular self lymphatic drainage massage practice. Yeah, yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah. Everyone, yeah, used to obsess about that. Um, oh, what's so interesting. That's a really good one to know. And like I think it's like I've had like there'll be like a knot or something and it feels kind of sore. And like if you massage that out, it does move. And like that's your lymph
Absolutely.
getting stuck as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So interesting. So is there anything that people can do at home to like kickstart their journey like us that would actually do something, or could they maybe, I guess if you have a deeper problem, kind of go to someone holistic like you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So if of course always if there is signs of any illness or disease in the body showing up, of course the first thing to do is go and yeah, get it checked out, see a professional. I would always recommend a naturopath, always.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but then as like a home practice, a daily sort of practice, yeah, there's lots of things that you can do. So daily movement, we need daily movement. Most of our big lymph nodes are located in our joints, the bends, the hinges in the body. So like the elbows, the underarms, the hips, the back of the knees, that kind of thing. So moving those joints is going to create that flow. It's going to move that lymph. The second one is, so that's movement, the first one. The second one is diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing. Again, as I said earlier, the diaphragm is the closest thing that our lymph system has to a pump. So breathing down into the belly where you feel the belly fill up with the inhale and contract towards the spine on the exhale. So if your belly is moving when you're breathing, then we'll be doing that diaphragmatic breathing. And the third one is self lymphatic drainage massage. So a simple thing I tell everyone when they say they don't have time for this, I say, well, do you moisturize your legs? Most of the time, everyone's like, yep, yep. Okay, so how do you do that? Most people apply downwards or applying downwards. So you're already going in the opposite direction of the lymph. So it's like just changing up your routines, applying that moisturizer up the leg. Yeah, up the leg towards the heart is the general sort of direction. There are some nuances to this, but generally towards the heart. So for the face as well, you were probably told by your nana, like all of us were, we want to put all our face creams on and we want to put them up. We're pushing up. We want to lift. We never want to pull down. And of course, there's some relevance to that for sure. You don't want to be pulling your skin down all the time, but it's just changing the way that you apply those moisturizers on your face, sweeping out to the side of the face to those big lymph nodes underneath, like the ear and the base of the jaw, and then down the neck. So it's just changing those little daily habits. And then, of course, yeah, fourth one, avoiding processed foods, avoiding toxins, avoiding, alcohol, limiting your toxin overload. Because yeah, your lymphatic system has to process toxins. And if we want it to work effectively, let's reduce those toxins. Let's lighten the load for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Lighten the load. I agree.
Yeah. So that's four simple sort of like daily principles that like anyone can do. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, amazing. So there is something you can do, and there's always hope, everyone. And I hope that
Yeah.
the episode shows you that.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, book in for a free consult at Body Rituals. And we love to chat about this. We love to get to the root of it, why it's coming up for you, what else is going on in the body, and how we can help. And if we can't help, we are always happy to refer on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's always good to have a team like you.
Mm.
So where can people book in for body rituals or
Yeah, sure. So they can book via the Instagram page, bodyrituals.wa, or via the website, which is bodyritualswa.com.au. Yeah.
Amazing. If you're not in WA, we can help you find someone else if you can't
Yeah,
find someone.
absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Please reach out anyway if you're not in WA. There is, yeah, I do have some contacts all over Australia and some international to recommend for sure.
Amazing. Yeah. If you want to go to someone that knows their stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that was super important. And if anyone has any more questions, definitely reach out to Claire.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope you enjoyed that. We are exploring our comfort zones and our edges with every episode, every guest, and every episode I do by myself. If you have enjoyed this, please follow us on Spotify, leave a 5-star review or a review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean the world to us. We get to grow and have more informative guests on, more provocative guests if that's what you want. I am so down to see where this grows. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at amanda.petra__, and I would love to chat with you in the DMs. What hit home, what didn't, what came to mind. It would be really cool. So I will see you there, and thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Although our podcast presenters and all guests strive to deliver accurate information, they cannot address your unique circumstances comprehensively. Therefore, the content shared by any speaker on this platform is not personalized advice for individuals and should not substitute professional medical or health guidance. It is crucial to consult a qualified medical professional or for personalized advice. Additionally, always seek guidance from a healthcare provider before making decisions regarding your health or that of your family. Furthermore, it's essential to recognize that what works for one person may not work for another, emphasizing individual responsibility for health decisions as promoted on our show.